Hello, and welcome to the Well-Read Monocle. Today, we are turning the pages of a true cornerstone of dark fantasy. Before Michael Moorcock gave us Elric, and long before the modern Grimdark genre took hold, there was Poul Anderson's 1954 masterpiece, The Broken Sword. This is a saga woven from the raw threads of Norse mythology, a tale of doomed heroes, changelings, and a war between elves and trolls that threatens to shatter the world of faerie. It is a story where destiny, or weird, is inescapable, and where the line between hero and monster is razor thin. Part 1, The Changeling. Our tale begins in the Danelaw of England, during the Viking Age. A chieftain named Orm the Strong, a man of the old pagan ways, marries a Christian woman named Ylfrida. Though Orm agrees to baptism to win her hand, he remains a heathen at heart. When Ylfrida gives birth to a son, Orm is away Viking. In the deep forests nearby, an elf earl named Imric rides out. Imric is ancient, guileful, and cruel. Seeing an opportunity to gain a human warrior, one who can handle iron, which burns the flesh of elves and trolls, Imric steals Orm's unchristened infant. In the cradle, he leaves a changeling, a creature born of a union between himself and a captured troll princess. The stolen human child is taken to Elfu, the stronghold of the elves, and named Skafloc. He is raised with love by the elves, growing tall, fair, and skilled in magic and the arts of war. He lives in a world of eternal twilight, beauty, and immorality. Back in the world of men, the changeling is named Valgard. He grows up dark, moody, and violent. He is physically powerful but feels like a stranger in his own skin. Animals hate him, and he has a berserker's rage. While Skafloc dances in moonlit glades, Valgard broods in the smoke of the long hall, knowing he does not belong. Part 2, The Threads of Fate. The gods of Asgard are watching. A messenger from the Aesir arrives at Elfu and presents Skafloc with a gift, a broken iron sword. It is a weapon of immense power, forged by a giant, but it is cursed. It was broken by Thor himself because it threatened the world. The gods warn that a day will come when Skafloc will need it, but until then, it must remain hidden. Meanwhile, a witch seeking vengeance against Orm manipulates Valgard. Through her machinations, Valgard kills his human brothers and eventually his father, Orm. Branded a kinslayer and an outlaw, Valgard flees to the forest. There, the witch reveals the crushing truth: he is not human. He is a changeling, half elf and half troll. Consumed by self-loathing and a hatred for the parents who stole his life, Valgard embraces his monster heritage. He travels north to the land of the trolls and offers his services to their king, Elric. Because Valgard can handle iron weapons, unlike pure trolls, he becomes a terrifying asset in the trolls' looming war against the elves. Part 3, The War and the Incestuous Tragedy. War erupts. The trolls, allied with goblins and dark spirits, launch a massive invasion of the elven lands. Skafloc, now a mighty warrior for the elves, leads a raid into the troll kingdom. During the chaos, he rescues a human woman held captive by the trolls. Her name is Freda. Here lies the tragedy at the heart of the book. Freda is Orm's daughter, Skafloc's biological sister. But having been raised apart in different worlds, neither knows the other. They fall deeply, passionately in love. For a brief time, amidst the carnage of war, they find happiness in a magical summer veil Skafloc creates for her. But their union is doomed by the laws of God and men, a sin committed in ignorance but punished by fate. Part 4, The Reforging of the Sword. The war turns against the elves. The troll armies are too vast, and their iron-bearing changeling, Valgard, is unstoppable. Imric the elf earl is captured. The elven strongholds fall one by one. Desperate, Skafloc realizes he has only one hope: the gift of the Aesir. He travels to the frozen wastes of Jotunheim, the land of the giants, accompanied by the Irish sea god Manannan mac Lir. They find the blind giant smith, Bolverk, and demand he reforge the broken sword. Bolverk agrees but warns of the curse. The sword must drink blood every time it is drawn, and it will eventually be the death of its wielder. Skafloc, driven by desperation, accepts the curse. He takes the shining, demonic blade, which screams when it is swung and hungers for slaughter. Part 5, The Turning of the Tide. With the cursed sword, Tyrfing, in hand, Skafloc becomes a god of war. He returns to the front lines and decimates the troll armies. The sword cuts through stone and steel alike, it heals him and lends him unnatural strength. He kills the troll king, Elric, and drives the enemy back. But the curse strikes quickly. When Freda's former suitor, a human youth named Audun, tries to intervene, Skafloc draws the sword in a moment of frustration. The blade demands blood, and Skafloc kills the boy against his will. The horror deepens when the god Odin appears to Freda. He reveals the terrible truth: Skafloc is her brother. Shattered by the revelation of their incest, and striving to save the soul of her unborn child, Freda flees from Skafloc, leaving him heartbroken and hollow. He has won the war, but he has lost his world. Part 6, The Final Battle. The climax converges on the castle of Elfu. Valgard, now leading the remaining troll forces, holds the fortress. He is mad with grief and rage, knowing he is but a shadow of Skafloc, a duplicate made of sorcery. He hates Skafloc for being the real person while he is merely a copy. Skafloc besieges the castle. The battle is apocalyptic. Elves, trolls, and gods clash under the winter moon. Skafloc breaches the gates, his demon sword screaming for blood. He cuts a path through the defenders until he finally stands face to face with Valgard. It is a duel between mirrors. The golden-haired elven hero against the dark, ironclad monster. They are brothers, enemies, and reflections of one another. Skafloc is weak from wounds, but the sword drives him on. Valgard fights with the strength of madness. In the final moment, Freda appears on the battlefield, calling Skafloc's name. Distracted, Skafloc lowers his guard. Valgard lunges and wrenches the cursed sword from Skafloc's hand. Valgard raises the blade to deliver the killing blow. He screams out his victory, claiming mastery over the world. But the curse of the sword is absolute. It must be the bane of its wielder. As Valgard swings, his hands, slick with blood, slip on the hilt. The sword twists in the air and drives downward, plunging into Valgard's own chest, pinning him to the earth. The changeling dies by the weapon he sought to claim. The trolls are defeated. The war is won, but at a terrible cost. The age of fairy is fading. The elves know their time on earth is ending, to be replaced by the dominion of men and the White Christ. Skafloc survives the battle, but he is a broken man. He takes the cursed sword, the source of his victory and his ruin, and casts it far out into the sea, never to be used again. He turns his back on the human world that can never accept him, resigning himself to the twilight existence of the elves. The broken sword is a tragedy in the truest sense. It explores how we are shaped by our environments, the cruelty of fate, and the terrible price of power. It is a book where no one truly wins, but the journey is unforgettable. If you enjoyed this summary, please leave a like and subscribe to the Well-Read Monocle for more literary journeys. Until next time, keep reading.